Defense research, no! Defense... Defense research, no! Defense research, no! Defense research, no! Defense research, no! Defense research, no!
Hello, Ferdy. How are you this morning?
Is that a personal inquiry, Tremaine? Or are we supposed to pull up chairs and have a general debate on the subject?
Question. How is Ferdy Walker today? Asks Robert Tremaine. Answer. Ferdy's mad. Fighting mad.
You'll bet your life I'm mad, Ben.
Wait a minute.
Wait for what? Now just stop interfering with me, Tremaine.
Ah, this looks a good spot.
For what, a picnic?
Yes, a picnic with fireworks. Ever seen one of these before?
Yeah, it's an electric light bulb. Don't tell me you brought us all the way from London.
Take a closer look. And mind you don't drop it.
That's pretty fancy filling, isn't it? And the manufacturer's name scratched off the base here, yeah?
Must give quite a glow. Mini Molotovs, huh?
Molotovs are used for burning things. These are anti-personnel. They're used for burning people.
Why? What's up, Shaw?
2 days from now, they're opening a new laboratory complex at the university here. It's defense research, request of the government. And 2 days from now, a bunch of students, all those beatniks and freeloaders we pay good taxes for to get educated, they're going to start throwing these around because they don't like the idea. That's what's up. Here, hold this and watch. Oh, take a seat, Mr. Strange. The 2 bulbs came with this note, typewritten, unsigned.
Student?
Well, I'd say so, wouldn't you? Probably one of the few sane ones who wants to warn us of the danger.
You can expect large supplies of weapons such as this to be used on Thursday at the site of the new laboratory, as the more extreme campus factions get their uprising underway.
Yes, strong word, uprising, eh, Strange?
Well, no, not if they've got professionals behind it, a sort of rent-a-riot organization.
Rent-a-riot?
I mean, these posters aren't exactly homemade, are they?
They're supplied by this Social Action Limited. They're an outfit in Baxton.
Got a line on them?
They're not listed, but we're still checking. If they've got a phone, it must be under a private name.
Well, there's some money around, isn't there? I mean, these grenades, the posters, they all cost money, and Redcliffe University isn't exactly full of millionaires, is it?
No. Wall-to-wall scholarships is more like it.
You have something against free education, Superintendent?
I have a thing against dropouts and freeloaders, Gint. I have a thing against a so-called institution of education becoming a cesspool of morals. Full of kids just spoiling for a fight, any excuse. And you can't take a strap to them as you could at home. Oh, dear me, no. The university's their mother and father now. And the university does nothing about it, absolutely nothing.
Have you spoken to the dean?
Yes, loud and clear, but he came back louder. No police on the campus. It's their privilege to administer their ancient rights of discipline, all that sort of rubbish.
So, what do you want of me?
Well, talk some sense into the bloke.
Why?
Well, you know him, don't you?
Yes, I know him, but if you're so anxious to take a strap to these kids, then why don't you make this your opportunity? Good heavens, you can walk onto that campus any time you want, and you know it. Why don't you?
I'm a policeman. My job is to prevent trouble, such as rioting. To prevent these freeloaders from hurting their freeloading selves. To prevent them from hurting anybody else. Such as a single one of my men.
You, president of our students' union, Tremaine. And you, Walker, ex officio leader of whatever unnamed group you happen to be.
Peacemongers Limited.
Good enough?
Thanks, I just coined it.
Now let it stick. And see that you keep the peace on Thursday, do you understand? Because I don't mind telling you I'm having a battle to keep the police out of this university on that day. Quite a battle. But you, any of you, start anything and I shall lose that battle. Now, everybody has a right to demonstrate in this university at any time, peaceably. But any trouble, the first sign of any breach of the peace, and out go the demonstrators. Out of this university for good. Have I made myself clear? Tremaine?
Yes, sir.
Walker?
No, you haven't, sir.
What's unclear?
Why this university should be involved in war research.
Defense research.
Oh, let's not split hairs. Why?
Because we, all of us, this university included, have a duty to this nation.
That's simple an answer.
Is it so simple?
And what about our duty to the inhabitants of this nation, this world? Men and women tired of war, children frightened of it. How about opening a lab to fight sickness and hunger and being terrified of the future? What about our moral duty to each other?
That's not so simple a question, is it? Yes? Oh, very well. Send him up, will you? All right, gentlemen, thank you. And remember, both of you, no violence.
Walker. We believe in the same things, don't we? It's only the way we reason things out.
Reason? Reason ends around here in 2 days' time when he cuts that tape. Then the unreasonable, and there are lots of us, sit down hard on every square foot of that miserable laboratory. And if anyone tries to move us, anyone, we'll fight them with every last drop of blood we have. You and I believe in the same things. Okay, then? Have you got the guts to join us?
I will not have the police here, Adam, I'm sorry.
Well, me then. I'm not a cop. I'm a criminologist.
What's the difference?
Well, it's a longer word, for one thing.
We've had demonstrations before. Love-ins, sit-ins. Never any violence.
Well, I think you're in for violence this time. With weapons like those in their hands, they're not joking. And the police superintendent isn't joking either. He's just itching to crack a few heads. And if they've got long hair on them, all the better for him.
I don't believe it can happen here.
Man, it's happening all over the world. Paris, Mexico City.
Yes, but this is England.
England, California, Tokyo. What's the difference? Young people today are in rebellion everywhere, tearing down the old forms of things which they see as unjust, trying to establish love and peace. Oh, jolly good luck to them. The trouble begins when they resort to violence to gain their ends.
All right. What do you propose doing? There isn't much time.
Well, I could try and get close to them. You tell me my last lecture here didn't go too badly.
Oh, they adored you. Your blood and guts commentary on the criminal scene.
Well, there you are, then. By popular demand, you call me back again, and then with my ear close to the ground,
Even with both ears close to the ground, you can't hope to infiltrate completely.
No?
These youngsters, they're a very close set. They talk to, confide in their own, and only their own.
Well, I think we can get round that.
Your name is,
Gint, sir. Hamlin Gint.
You realize, Mr. Gint, that the rest of your group from America don't arrive for some 10 days.
Yeah, so I thought I'd come ahead and see the sights of London. First time.
Well, there is a vacant room in Whitby Hall, isn't there? 217. That's very well, Mr. Gint, if the dean says it's all right.
Thank you.
If you turn right outside, it's straight ahead.
Thank you very much.
He forgot his surfboard.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, this is too good to be true. Girl porters.
Not quite. I'm a reporter. My name's Moira Johnson.
Hi, I'm Ham Gint.
I write for our paper.
Thank you.
What can I tell our eagerly awaiting readers about Mr. H. Gint, fresh in from...
Oh, Minnesota State.
So anxious to attend our Oriental Lit course, he arrives way ahead of himself. I major in grapevines, you see.
And this place is majoring in war research projects. got my grapevine, too. So I thought I'd come ahead and join the protest, help swell the chorus.
You've had practice back in the States.
Oh, I grow horse. Somebody's got to do the yelling.
Do you mind if I quote you on that?
No, please.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
I grow horse, but somebody's got to do the yelling. Minnesota State University or some such. Plenty of experience at pulling down the walls, apparently. Shall I trot him in, Ferdy?
Just point him out, Moira.
I want that book, and I've got my notes. That's about it. Have you looked at those things, Evie?
I have, and I smell a job. What do you want me to do? Put down a student riot single-handed?
Yeah, that's about it. Tell me, as an artist, is designing posters beneath your dignity?
What's good enough for Toulouse-Lautrec is good enough for me.
And you're as good as him, aren't you?
Better.
That's the girl. Nothing like confidence. That's exactly what I want you to tell them.
Tell who?
Yeah, these people.
Social Action Limited. What's that?
I don't know.
Well, where is it?
It's at Baxton, which is outside Redcliffe, which is about 40 miles away from here.
Address?
I don't know. Can't tell you.
Well, do you know the telephone number?
No, I don't. It's not in the directory. It's what you've got to find out. And having found it out, I want you to volunteer.
Volunteer for what?
I don't know, Evie. It's what you've got to find out.
You know, it's probably one of your most endearing qualities. You always give us such explicit instructions.
Oh, where is it?
What are you looking for?
I had it in my hands 5 minutes ago. Oh, thank you very much. That's the girl. All right, jump to it, Evie. No time to lose. And if you want to get in touch with me, here's the telephone number. Only don't use it unless you've absolutely got to, you understand? And the prisoner looked up at the judge, and he said, "I'm very sorry, my lord. I just didn't know my own strength." You see, there is, in a great number of people, this tendency to violence. Now, some men just give vent to it, and they end up, as a rule, in the criminal courts. And others try to rationalize it, to subdue it, but they never get rid of it altogether. The violence is still there. And they reveal it in the militancy with which they adopt certain causes, the desperate eagerness with which they seek for causes to adopt.
Like peace.
Peace? Ah, yes. Well, now then, the crusade for peace provides a remarkable paradox, doesn't it? The peace lover at his most aggressive and intolerant. It's really very interesting. There are many men today to whom the whole peace movement is an absolute godsend. It provides an outlet, and a respectable outlet, for the violence which is in them. No, don't mistake me. These men are absolutely sincere, and their motives are admirable. But they will rationalize their emotions until, in the end, they feel quite justified.
I think you're the one that's rationalizing.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Gint. Mr. Gint. Well, question time comes at the end of this talk, eh?
But he wasn't asking questions. He was saying something. Carry on, mate.
All I'm trying to say, Mr. Strange, is that you're trying to discredit people who have the simple guts to get out in the streets and fight for what they believe, fight for peace, who are willing to go out and get clobbered, get ridden down, and tear-gassed.
Well said.
Gentlemen, this is a lecture hall. It's not Speaker's Corner. If any of you are bursting to address us, well, your chance will come. In the meantime, if I may be allowed to continue, in peace.
Hello. You're a member of the fanatical minority, then?
Yeah, that's the man, sir. Name's Ham Gint.
I'm Walker, 31.
Hi, how are you?
Can I buy you a beer or something?
Yeah, why not?
There you are. It's sugared.
Thank you. Who's that, Adam?
Adam.
Well, it's about time, sir.
That's enough out of you, you cheeky young rascal. You should have heard him, Evie. Boiling over. Mr. Strange, I think it's you that's rationalizing now.
Wait a minute, I meant what I said. When did a petition ever do anything? Oh, students have a point.
Yeah, they have a point up to a point. How'd you get on, Evie?
I've got an interview in the morning.
Good girl.
And by morning, if I'm going to attend those Oriental literature classes, I've got to get those word perfect.
Oh, that's all right. We'll help you. Any results yet?
Well, it's not one of the big bulb manufacturers. I've eliminated all London and Manchester outfits.
Well, keep at it.
But through the night.
That's right, through the night. Come on, Evie, coffee, lots of it, black and hot.
Right.
And meanwhile, we'll get down to our merry little Eastern friends, shall we?
Oh, Adam.
Why, what's the matter? You can do 3 things at once, can't you?
No.
East Asian Literary Studies. Ching Lang Fu, Pao Chu Pan. Oral literature in the vernacular languages of India is of great antiquity, but it was not until about the 16th century. You got that, 16th century?
Got it.
That an extensive written literature appeared. Let us consider first the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, material from the great Sanskrit classics.
Confucius, 5th century BC. Positive evidence concerning the life of the great Chinese sage is scanty. Modern scholars base their accounts largely on the Analects, a collection of sayings and short dialogues apparently collected by Confucius's pupils.
Lao Tse.
Lao Tse.
Or, if you prefer, Lao Tzu.
Lao Tzu.
Come on, wake up. Librarian of the Chu court of China, author and philosopher, reputedly the founder of Taoism.
Shikibu Murasaki, also known as Lady Murasaki, Japanese novelist, lady of the court at the height of the...
Ho.
Just as it was getting interesting.
Have you got it?
I got it. Same thickness filament, same glass composition, machine markings.
Oh, good boy.
Here it is. Electrical appliances, London Road, Baxton.
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 Yeah, there it is.
That's where I'm going.
And I.
Well, you can give us a lift then, I.
And for this eye, some well-deserved sleep. Can I borrow your couch?
Yeah, of course you can. Go on. Get him some blankets, Evie.
Yeah.
Ham, get all the sleep you can. You may need it. You won't get much for the next 36 hours. Arthur G. Pater Enterprises, London Road, Baxton.
Morning, Ham.
Hey, Walker.
Did you get this from the States?
No, I just bought it. Basic transportation. What do you think of it?
That's all right.
Hey, let me buy you a beer this afternoon, huh?
Well, no, Ham. I've got a meeting.
Can I tag along?
Ham, why don't you keep out of all this?
Why?
Because it's not your quarrel or your business. And besides, there's going to be trouble.
Look, Walker, I've had experience with trouble.
But that was your experience, Ham. This is ours. And we're going to be forced to do much more than just pick it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to win this fight. We have to win it. Only some of us are going to end up celebrating in jail. Now, do you still want in on this?
Look, I want in.
Light bulbs? From my factory? It's inconceivable. Who'd want to do a thing like that?
I thought perhaps you could tell me, Mr. Pater.
You mean somebody's actually found a way of filling these bulbs with explosives and turning them into bombs? On a production basis?
That's right.
And you're suggesting it's someone on my staff?
Well, it seems a possibility, doesn't it?
Quite impossible. Not on my floor. Out of the question.
You seem very sure of that.
Because between you and me, Mr. Strange, I've perfected my own system. It helps me to sniff out a troublemaker the minute he appears. And take it from me, he's out on his ear before he knows what's hit him. Just
Maybe your
Fred.
system. Maybe your system's got a fault. Maybe it doesn't work 100%.
No?
Well, didn't you have a spot of bother here 2 years ago? Some men you didn't like, political undesirables, I think you called them, and you wanted to sack them.
No, I should have had him shot.
And the workers made such a stink, you had to reinstate them and sack the fellows who bounced them instead. I read about it in the papers.
We don't get in the papers anymore. We don't have troublemakers now. We've found other ways of cleaning this place up. And dealing with any subversive scum who try to get in here.
How's that?
Rabble-rousers, malcontents, reds, time-wasters. I keep a full tab on them all. Call it the Arthur Pater early warning system. Call it what you want. The thing is, it works.
Paid informers, stoolies.
Oh, you said that. I didn't. Well, thank you, Mr. Strange, for telling me all this. I'm glad the police are onto it. I hope they take action.
It may not come under rent control, but your tenant's got 3 children and another one on the way.
Mr. Voss?
All right, you'll call it furnished. But if we get public health in, I know what they'd call it.
course, I understand. Yes, okay. Will do.
Mr. Voss?
That's right.
I'm Evelyn McLean. I telephoned yesterday about doing some artwork for your organisation.
Oh, yes. And here you are. You wouldn't happen to be one of those London debutante sets by any chance, would you?
No. I paint for a living.
I see. Now you want to paint for next to nothing, because that's what we pay, in case you didn't gather.
I don't mind. Not at the moment, anyway.
Dedicated, eh?
Yes.
To what?
Social action.
Okay, Miss McLean. Seems you've come to the right place. I want 15 posters illustrating those slogans.
Redcliffe University.
By 5 tonight.
A demonstration?
The young will have their say. It's all happening.
Yes.
Ham.
Hi, Dean, Adam.
Well?
Any news, Gint? Yeah. I won out.
Why? What's the matter?
Well, look, Adam, there's been a lot of cases I liked and a lot of them I didn't like. But we worked together on them just the same, right?
Right.
Well, this one I hate, and it's no go.
But why?
Well, it's none of my business, like the man said.
The young man called Walker?
Walker. This thing is private with him, the others, deep and very private. And along comes Gint with his clumsy boots stomping all over his privacy and squashing it into mud.
Ham. You know as well as I do that a private matter can turn into a public matter overnight. I know these youngsters.
You don't, Adam. You don't know them.
They think well, they mean better. They're not going to use violence unless they've got to. But force creates force. Violence begets violence.
That's exactly the kind of cliches that drive us up the wall.
I'm so sorry to offend you with my cliches. All right, perhaps we'd better stick to facts. Is it, or is it not a fact that these students are preparing to fight?
We all know that.
Good, we've got agreement. Is it a fact that they've got a cartload of incendiary bulbs waiting to use?
Walker didn't say anything about incendiary bulbs.
He didn't?
No.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, maybe he didn't know about them. But somebody else does. Now, who? We've got to find out. You've got to find out. Look, Ham, what do you want? You want one of these students to get hurt? Maybe killed? You want a policeman to get burnt and one of these youngsters pulled in on a murder charge? Yes, murder. What on earth do you want?
All right. Someone's organizing them. I don't know who. They're talking about war surplus, gas masks, and helmets. But when they're coming, who from, and who's supplying them, I don't know.
Yet.
Yet.
Hello? Social action? Miss McLean? Hang on. Evelyn? It's for you.
Oh, can you ask who it is?
Who's speaking, please? It's an Angus Ferguson. Will you take it?
Oh, I'd better, I suppose. Thanks. Hello, Angus.
Evie, can you talk on the phone?
Uh-huh.
I know this won't be easy, but I want you to get hold of any invoices for supplies, any accounts, any secret-looking files that you can lay hands on.
You know I will, Angus.
I want to know, too, who his contacts are. And if you can manage to get out...
Well, I don't know about that. I'm really frightfully busy, drawing lots of lovely posters.
If you can manage it, apparently there's an old army surplus store...
In Baxton?
Yeah. Yes, in Baxton. Now, check with them and see if there's been any bulk buying lately of, steel helmets, gas masks, anything like that could be used in a riot.
You really do ask an awful lot of me. I don't know if I can.
Just an idea, worth a try.
All right. Goodbye. Oh.
Pest.
How do you shake 'em?
I'm trying to find one.
Hey! Well, I made it.
Did you?
Yeah, the dean's list. Not here 24 hours, and he's got me on the carpet already.
Your motorbike making too much noise?
No, your headline's about me. Oh, you should have heard old man Jordan. You're abusing Redcliffe's hospitality, stirring up unrest. A guest has obligations, too. etc. ad nauseum. Hey, how about a little lunch, huh?
A bit early for that, don't you think, Gint?
Yeah, guess so. Hey, a banner, huh? Message to the authorities.
Yeah, that's right.
Why don't we put it up where it'll do more good?
Like where?
Come here, I'll show you. Let's put it up there.
The Dean lives there. Do you think he'll let you in?
He doesn't have to. You don't need stairs to climb Mount Everest.
Hey, Gint. You're not going to climb that, are you?
Why not?
This pipe can barely support a cat.
Come on, Gint. Yanks land on the moon. Surely Yanks can go up there.
Watch me.
Okay, Gint, that's enough. Now come on down.
Yanks land on the moon. You said it yourself, Ferdy.
The human fly strikes again! Defense research, no! 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 Defense research, no!
Liz?
Yes, Evelyn?
Any idea where Mr. Voss has gone?
To the bank, I think, by way of a whiskey. He's a nice man, I suppose, but he does like his nip.
Where's our Miss McLean?
She's there, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
You gave me a fright.
I did. You're looking for something.
Right.
Me?
No, the Redcliffe file. 15 posters you want. I want more ideas.
The Redcliffe file.
done? Talk to me about it.
I'd love to, but I'm really in a hurry.
No hurry.
15 posters by 5 o'clock, you said, and now you say no hurry. Really, Mr. Voss. I mean, there's social action and there's social action. But this is getting a bit much.
Where to, miss?
The nearest and nicest pub, Angus.
Oh, really?
I've decided to accept your kind invitation for a delicious lunch. And then to the Army Surplus Store off Shepherd Street.
Got your fare?
Of course. And a nice fat tip.
Name is Voss. Michael J. V-O-S-S.
She's a clever lass, your Evelyn McLean.
Oh, she is that. I'd even take a bet he looks something like that.
Ah, these are the bank statements.
Yeah. Social Action Limited. Unlimited funds, apparently. Yeah, look at these cash deposits. Every Friday, the same sum. Someone's been giving our Mr. Voss quite a series of donations.
I'll get on Scotland Yard, see what they've got on this character.
A maston, maybe?
No, thank you.
Well, now, some people, artistic sorts, that is, they use them to plant tulips, or they're very nice at picnics.
Mr. Birrell, I'm just trying to trace this man.
Now, a pretty girl like you, I think what would suit you is a nice trench coat.
I'm not exactly the trench coat type, I hope.
You can have it as a gift. Nearly. Very chic. Very Suez. Mind you, didn't do much for us out there, but I think it works wonders for you.
Well, maybe some other time. Mr. Birrell, this man, was he here?
Yeah, the other day, thank goodness.
Fine.
You name it, he bought it. Helmets, gas masks, mess tins, bottles. As a decanter for one of your more choice wines.
Mr. Birrell.
He works for a big movie firm. They wanted it for a big saga they was making. Took a whole load of stuff off my hands, he did. You stuck on him?
Hardly. He promised me a part in that film. And if he thinks he can get away with running out on
Oh,
me...
you're an actress, eh?
A very angry one. You don't happen to know his address, do you?
No, he paid cash. All the stuff away himself, he did. Sorry.
But this is the man.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, miss, Shell?
I'm not that angry.
They make nice ashtrays, is what I meant.
Thank you, Evie. Thank you. Yes, I'll be either here or at the university. Bye. Well, it was Voss, all right. He bought a small mountain of army surplus stores, carted them off in a truck for an unknown destination.
Right, let's bring him in.
No, wait a minute.
Wait, but what for?
Well, we don't want to alert anyone just yet, do we? Whoever's behind all this, whoever's paying Voss.
And just how exactly do you think we're going to find that out, sitting here with all the action going on out there?
My money is on Ham.
Hey, Tremaine, what do you say?
I say you better pack up and take off, Yank. This letter. It's full of fraternal greetings from your leader at Minnesota State, welcoming exchanges of students, listing the men of your group, except you're not on the list, Gint.
So what? He made a mistake.
I cabled Minnesota State a couple of hours ago. You're not even enrolled there. Now, what do you want? What are you after?
Come here. Look, Tremaine, all I want to do is try and keep the peace around here, that's all.
Oh, you're a cop, are you?
No, I'm not a cop.
Well, whatever you are, we don't want you. We can handle our own problems, thanks.
Look, Tremaine, I didn't climb that pile of bricks for laughs this morning. I didn't risk my neck for the view.
Oh, you did it to prove to Walker that you're legitimate.
You're right.
You did it so you could get on with him and then report on him.
Right.
Well, why? Who to?
Look, Tremaine, you may not believe this, but I don't enjoy being here at this university at this particular moment in my life. But I'm here and I've got to stay here whether you or I like it or not. I'm an outsider, okay. But there are other outsiders, more outside of this than I am, who are using Ferdy and some of the other students as tools for trouble. Serious trouble. Now, look, I'll go. I'll finish my job, scoot out of here, never come back. But before I do, just let me find out who these outsiders are. Okay?
That's pretty good. Ferdy was looking for you.
Oh, yeah? Where is he?
Out there.
Thanks a lot.
That's pretty.
Hey, Freddie.
All right, Ham.
Everything all right?
Yep. Just to tell you there's a meeting tonight,
Yeah,
okay?
come here.
And we'll have a job for you if you want, ready? So 6:30 in the lecture hall, okay?
Sure.
Everything loaded?
Yeah, sure, except for your lot.
Careful with that. Very careful.
Right. All right, you lot. If you stop the rabbit, I'll explain this to you. Now, come on, pay attention. It's important we know which buildings we're going to occupy. Cliff, how many blokes can you count on tomorrow?
About 100, maybe 150.
So take the dean's office, secretariat, registrar, and the switchboard. Now, that's very important.
Yeah, sure.
Alan, what about you?
About 100.
So use them to take the library here. Now, no matter who or what they bring against us, we must hold those positions until we win.
Sure.
What are you going to do about the new labs?
But should we find we're not making our message clear to the authorities, we'll wreck them.
How?
We'll wreck them. Oh, that's for me. Moira, would you mind taking over for a minute?
Yes, okay.
Yes? Oh, yes, speaking.
We're going to have to reckon on a siege. So we're going to need food and plenty of it. Hey, Minnesota, don't you want to know where your next meal's coming from?
Yeah.
Join the troops. An army marches on its stomach, you know. I quote Napoleon via Josephine. A great cook, Josephine, I hear. Okay, any volunteers for the cookhouse?
Okay, I'll be there. Look, everyone, we've got to break it up for the moment, but we'll meet again about 11. Okay, Moira?
Yes, I suppose we have.
First, please.
Hey, how far does this bus go?
Morton, Burley Villa, Ashton,
Listen, can you get to a phone?
A phone?
Yeah, an urgent message to my friend, this number. Okay?
Fine. Hello, miss. I'd like to speak to Redcliffe 1100. To speak to Mr. Strange.
Strange. Scotland Yard's coming through now. Ross, Michael John. Oh, I say, look, he's been around a bit, hasn't he?
One breaking and entering, one common assault, resisting arrest at Notting Hill race route. My, funny fellow to get mixed up with a bunch of liberal students.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, is that Mr. Strange?
Just a minute. It's for you.
Strange here.
Hello, I've got a message for you.
Message, yes?
It's from a ham.
Ham, yes, yes, go ahead.
He was on my bus, number 24. He asked me to tell you that he got off at the last stop before Ashton.
Last stop before Ashton. How long ago was that?
Oh, about 20 minutes.
I see. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
It's on the road to Redcliffe.
Oh, What's Ham doing there?
I'm going to set up a roadblock. Lewis!
Good evening, Walker.
Evening, sir.
You'll find everything as usual in here, I think.
Good, thank you.
Now, if you use these, wear a mask. Close to, press the top. Not so close, puncture and throw. Tell the others. Everything else is labelled with directions for use. All right?
What's this?
What's it look like? A bulb?
But it's filled with something.
It's filled with more than something. You'll use that when the going gets really tough. You'll use it all right. Believe me, they'll see that you use it. Well, good luck. You and the others will show students all over the world the way to go. Good luck.
Come on, let's go.
What's that? Accident? Roadblock.
That's them. All right, Walker, don't panic. I said don't panic, Walker. I can run rings around him in these woods and still get this stuff to Redcliffe.
What's that?
Boss, they're still with us. Right, hold on to your seat. Sit tight, Sonny. They'll never see us in this quarry.
This way, sir.
Perhaps you'll be good enough to tell me why I've been brought here.
Sit down, Mr. Pater. Take the weight off your feet.
I'll sit. I'll sit right on top of your job if you're not careful. I've been dragged here from my home with no explanation. Why?
This the man, Walker?
Yes.
What is this nonsense? Who's he?
One of the students you've been using. Incitement to violence would be the correct term.
Have you gone out of your mind? You know my reputation, my views.
I know you drive a golf cart very, very far to the right, and that's as dangerous as driving too far to the left, Mr. Pater.
Oh, very, very funny, Mr. Strange. You know nothing about the facts. I'm a citizen of this nation, of this borough. A citizen who believes in law and order, spiritually and actually. What would I have to do with a bunch of loose hooligans?
You don't know him, then?
No.
You don't know this man either?
Of course not.
Voss? M.J. Voss? No? Oh, that's funny. Till 2 years ago, he was a foreman at your plant.
2 years is 2 years. I have a large plant. Employees come and go.
I think someone should have told you that he's still on your payroll. Very well paid, too, in cash. Oh, I'm sure he's worth every penny of it. Pushing these youngsters into trouble, supplying them with incendiary bombs, while you make quite sure that they're framed by tipping off the police. Anonymously, of course.
Strange. I should like you to try proving that a man of my standing would conspire and consort with a bunch of student hoodlums.
What do you say to that, Gint?
They were both there. I saw them with Walker. I got Pater's car number.
Oh, this is all nonsense, nonsense. I'm getting out of here.
No, you're not, you filthy dog.
Filth. I'm not the only one who thinks something ought to be done about smoking your rabble out. Show the public who you are, what you are.
You
Let it go, Walker. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Walker, I'd strongly advise you to get out of here and back to Redcliffe. I shall get in touch with the Dean in the morning.
Superintendent, I didn't know about those bulbs. I didn't.
We'll talk about it in the morning, understood? Mr. Voss, Mr. Pater, shall I ask you to step in here?
Why?
I shall be bringing certain charges against you. I think we better talk about it.
Come on. Take you home.